Um, I was I was looking for experience. I was looking for a way to get published. I was looking for a way to get better, and everybody told me that the way to do that was to go to the DN and just get at bats really. So I was there. I was there a week before classes even started my freshman year. I moved my stuff in the dorms the first day they let me move in, and then went straight down there and put in an application for a reporting job, and they gave me one right away. And my first story, which ran in the back to school edition, was about how the Lincoln parking meter police had gotten these handheld ticket printers. So no longer would you get a handwritten parking ticket, you'd get a little printout and it would go straight into a database and they would be able to track it better that way. I had a bunch of roles when I was there. I was mostly a senior reporter, which meant I had to produce at least 4 stories a week. I did that a bunch because I liked being a reporter. I was also a news editor. I was a night news editor, which was sort of a more senior news role where after a certain hour everybody went home and you were the one that was responsible for everything. I was an opinion editor for one semester. I tried to start a projects desk at one point, so I did a bunch of different stuff. I would not be where I am without the DN. I learned innumerable things there from, from good stories and bad, from making mistakes, from doing good things, everything in between. I tell student stories all the time now in my classes about things that I did, and 90% of them, stuff that I did in college, and 90% of the things that I did at the DN. Well, for me, it was pretty easy. I was there all the time, so the news editor would look over at me and say, "Hey, can you cover this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, cool," and that was it. Later on, when I was sort of better at what I did, I was able to sort of propose stories and just say, "Hey, this is going on, or this is going on. I think this is interesting. I heard this, or I heard that." Reporting is a momentum game. Like, you start doing it, you start writing stories. Stories will become obvious to you. An editor of mine in Florida used to say, "Stories begat stories." So, going down there and getting an assignment and getting working is the hardest part, and then after that, it just starts to roll. If you're really thinking about what's interesting and what's going on around you, and you're sort of asking questions, then it gets really easy.